Today's tool, I'm going to talk to you about using documents and images by uploading them, and I'll show you a couple of different ways to do that. One way, I'm going to choose drag and drop because within drag and drop you have a way to add in an image or a document. So that would kind of be the digital equivalent of giving students a map or anything they need to label. This is the digital version of that. You'll go over to the right and choose add areas, drop areas onto an image, and then you're going to upload the image. So I'm going to choose a map of the 13 colonies. And right now, that's all I have, is the document. Nothing is labeled yet. I need to go in and actually label. So my question at the top would be something like, label each of the colonies by using the drag and drop tool. So now that I've done that, if you click outside, it minimizes it. Click back inside, it makes it large again. I'm just going to click a couple of spots here. I'm going to choose this spot, little old Rhode Island there. Very tricky, got to get in just the right spot. It has created a blank for me, but I have nothing to drag and drop yet, so I have to go down to the bottom, type it, and hit enter, or I can click on this check mark that says save choice. And now it's drag and drop option now, so I can move it up to the blank that I've created. And once I've done that, it's now set as the key. So anytime a student matches that part of the state with that answer choice, it automatically counts it as correct. If you want to do another spot, just click another spot, do New Jersey, come down here, type my answer choice, hit enter or check mark on the end. I'm going to click it once, it's highlighted, scroll up, click where I want it to land, and it drops right there. I'm not really happy with that placement, so I'm going to click it and drag it. And obviously I would do that for all 13 of the colonies, but I think that's probably enough to get you started. If you discover you put it in the wrong place, then all you have to do, highlighting it, and come down, you can go to delete. That completely gets rid of the answer choice, which means I now have to come down and retype New Jersey. Pops back in once I click. The other option I thought I'd show you, add new item. We're going to go to, at the top, upload images or documents. This is not going to be a question type. This is just uploading the document itself. So we click in the blue box to upload. And so for primary and SPED, if you are a UFly fan, you will notice the heart word assessment that you'll probably see a lot of. I was thinking with this, we could make it an audio response where the student has to record themselves reading each of these words. So in order to do that, I'm just going to click in this first box, and I'm going to choose audio response because I want the student to respond using a microphone. And you have to be kind of, careful where you place that too. You can always change it later if you need to, but because these boxes are small, I have to be pretty precise. And I guess for the direction I might put say the word. I can also go to the plus sign, audio, and record myself saying the directions. You can watch me do that. Allow microphone. Say the word. And you can do it so it's just the audio directions. You don't have to have the sentence, but certainly if you want to give them options of both reading the directions and listening to the directions, they're there. I'm not going to do all of these boxes, but I thought I'd do a few. I'll just go down this column, add an audio response question type. It's a little off, so I'm going to drag it over pretty close. Okay, same directions. Yeah, you'll have to type in the directions every time, but you can copy and paste it if you need to. And with audio response, you have to sit and listen to it. There is no key to create. I'll do maybe one more audio response next to look. And that 4 is slightly off, so just hover over it, drag it over a little more, however picky you want to be. We just don't want the students to be confused, and that cost them a successful score on the assessment just because they couldn't tell what you wanted them to do. So I'm going to go check and see what I have as far as what the students can see. So I'm going to click on the eyeball, preview student. And this is how it looks to the student. So the 2 blanks that I created are right here. My answer options are down at the bottom. They can do the same method I did where I click it once, it's highlighted. I scroll up, I click where I want it to land. If I decide I don't want it, I can just click on it. Trash can, it does not delete the option for the kids, but it does kick it back down to the word bank at the bottom. They can change their mind if they want to, label it. Same thing for New Jersey. Notice Rhode Island is gone now that it's been used. Click on New Jersey. I can also drag it, just sometimes it jumps around on the screen, which can be frustrating. So now that that's done, I'll show you the other type. Remember, these were the audio responses. So the big blue button is what the kids do. That's how they respond. This is my directions that I recorded. Have you listened to it? Say the word. And then in order for them to respond, they'll look over here, number 2, and they'll click the blue button. I. And they'll hit stop when they're done. I think personally, whenever doing this, especially with little ones, you want to make it as simple as possible. So notice it starts with number 2, which is fine, probably for older students, but for younger students, starting with the number 2, that may confuse them. So what you can do, if you decide you wanted to take this map that you created before and you want it after it, so if you moved it, this heart word assessment would start with the number 1. Once I change the order, I can show you that real quick. Just something to be mindful of with the students. So if I click on this question, maybe I'll just click on the one below, number 2. Oh, right, I'm in student view, can't do that. Now we go back to teacher view. There we go. So if I click on number 2 and I go over to more options, I can move it. And if I move it, to make it simpler, I think for the students, I would want it first. So up at the top it says move item here. It will automatically change the numbers. Notice it was 2, 3, 4 before, now it's 1, 2, 3. Just something to think about. One less way for the students to be confused. Again, if I were doing this whole thing, maybe I don't want to do the whole chart for one assessment. Maybe I just want to do 1 column or 2 columns. And the student goes through and does their audio recording for each of those. So if I load up student view one more time, notice now it's at the top. This is the recording I did before. Let's check. Let's say, you'd have to teach your students this too, if they don't like their recording, they listen it back and they decide they made a mistake, they click on the red replace audio recording. If you click the red button, replace recording, it'll record you again. And the stop button. They cannot replace your directions recording. They can only replace what they've done themselves. So number 2, notice if I scroll down, the image of the chart stays the same. It stays stationary while I scroll through each of these 2, 3. It would be 4, 5, 6 for all like have, goes, were, or all of those. So it stays stationary. You also have a zoom in button if you need to, but of course you can't see on the right the recording button, but at least it's bigger if they need it to be bigger, and it still has the numbers next to them. So students would go through number 2, start recording of stop recording. I mean, once you show them how to do it, I mean, they know how to, they will figure it out. Third word, we'll do the last one. Have. And again, this is a good opportunity for students to double check their work. They listen to it back. Have. And they realize number 3 is not next to have. So if they want to change it, replace, replace. Look. It's just the only thing with audio response is they have to make sure they're in a quiet place. So a quiet corner of the room, hallway, because any sound that's heard will be picked up by the microphone, and depending on how easily they can be heard, they may have to redo the assessment if you can't hear them when you go through it. So again, you can use images, PDFs, any kind of document you want to upload. You can incorporate nearly any type of question style that you want.